Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house. And today we've got the CRKT Maven right over here up against the CRKT Cuatro over here. So these are very interesting knives indeed. Both offerings by CRKT. They are both liner locks, and they are both designed by Richard Rogers. In fact, you can see Rogers design right over there. So also price-wise, they are basically the same. They're gonna be running you around $50 each. Both made in China. They both are liner locks with G10 scales and stainless steel liners, for the exception that this guy has only, the Cuatro has only one liner, and which is the lock side, of course, the liner lock, and the presentation scale is just pure G10. There's nothing going on underneath. In the Maven, you've got two pretty thick liners, stainless steel, which are bead blasted, and they are showing some skeletonization going on the inside, though basically some holes to reduce a little bit the weight. They have very much, they have lots of things in common because they come from the same dad. And for example, they both are sporting T8 Torx bit screw for the pivot and T6 for the handle screws. But in this case, you've got another set of screws right underneath these scales, which are supporting these two standoffs here. Now this one, this is just like a pin, like a pillar, structural pin, whereas these two guys are just screwed in right into the standoff over there. So less hardware going on for the Cuatro and a little bit more going on for the Maven. The handles are G10, as I said. They are contoured nicely. They both have some nice chamfering going on. This is a pretty cool line going on over here, tangent to the pivot and just crossing the handle screws, and it's creating a nice and beefy handle, and feels actually pretty good in the hand with a nice finger groove going on over here. Whereas the Cuatro is just like a sleek line, really good looking, but probably a little bit less comfortable in the hand. But it's good looking, yeah, for sure. Also, another difference is that there is a cutout here for the disengagement on the lock and no jimping, but you have a little bit of area here to jam your thumb and just disengage the lock like that. Whereas in this case, just like this much is protruding, so you have to jam your thumb a little bit more on the inside to be able to disengage the lock bar like that. Also, the weight is gonna be something different because as we said, these set of liners are full liners of stainless steel. In fact, the Maven is going to weigh in at 4.5 ounces and the Cuatro is going to be 3 ounces, so 1.5 ounces less in this guy right over here. You see that the blade of the Maven is, of course, 8CR13 MOV, but this is a drop point hollow grind, and this is also 8CR13 MOV drop point, but this is flat grind. They're both sporting a nice swedge going on over here. The plunge grind in the case of the Maven is a little bit better designed because look at how thin behind the edge this guy is. It's pretty cool, and look at this guy. You can see that there's something going on over here because they sharpened up to the sharpening choil, and it's revealing its nature, which is pretty thick at this point. Not too bad up here, but the plunge grind should have been more recessed in order to avoid this thing over here. But as you can see, yeah, the Maven is probably a superior slicer because of the hollow grind nature of the blade compared to the flat grind of the Cuatro. Also, you've got on this side some the same billboarding going on. Maven, the bearings, they are both running on bearings, they are both flippers, but if you check the flipper tab, it's something also to notice because it's pretty different. Look at this. This is not gonna happen with it's not gonna be pretty good with the push button. In fact, you need to really do a strong push button in order for you to deploy the blade. Otherwise, if you just go slow and soft, and nothing is gonna happen. You are better off just doing the light switch, whereas in this case, this is the push button and this is the light switch, which I really appreciate. On this one is just firing open like crazy, and even here, but this is a little bit slower. So just another fact, you see, like push button, it's kind of like weak. The detent on this guy is a little bit on the light side, and in this case it's a little bit on the stronger side. I mean, stronger than this, still on the medium side. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.